35. Rich Kid Reality Checks. According to Reddit. Number 35. Tears of disbelief when seeing poverty for the first time. The first day that my missions team drove into Tijuana, Mexico, we were high school students and had spent the first few days in LA prepping, and most of the team still had this idea that we would spend 5 days in a poor area, save everyone, and then go home with something amazing for our college applications. Krista was the bitch whose parents were wealthy. All the parties were at her house since they had a pool. Her mom used to buy her 6 or 7 prom dresses and then return the ones that she didn't like because it was easier than shopping, and she was a two-faced witch. So, we're crammed into this passenger van, and the border crossing into Mexico is fine. But as soon as we get to our neighborhood, and Krista sees crap wood with tarps which make up the homes that the children playing half naked in the streets made of dirt live in, she realizes that the water coming down from the single bathroom isn't water. When a child happily hands her a gift, his favorite rock, she breaks. She just completely broke down into tears and disbelief because her entire life had been sheltered from the reality of anything but being rich and spoiled. I wish I could say it changed her into a better person, but she remained a spoiled and self-centered bitch until I purposefully lost touch with her family. The real world can hit a rich kid, but they can ignore the pain if they just focus hard on their car that Daddy promised to buy them.
Daddy, will you buy me a car, Daddy?
Which one, daughter? Hello to everybody in the stream chat. Here's hoping you're having a delicious day. Is it delicious? I guess we'll find out together. Banal Vulgarian, I see you. I see you there. I see you, baby, shaking that ass. Linda, Gata, Gianni. Hey man, I'm in class right now, but I've been watching your videos for a while, and I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate your content. You know, that's a wonderful thing that you've said to me there. Thank you for taking the time to say it. Allura, hi, I wish I could stay for more. A few minutes, I'm in class. So you nerds, I'm kidding. I hope that you guys are doing well in your courses and absorbing all the information that will surely be practical information that you can use in your everyday life. Just kidding. Get that piece of paper so that you can make more paper. You know what I'm talking about? Well, Seraphin Bear says, Kyle, what are your thoughts on Baby Yoda? I'm a nerd, so since that's not really Yoda, I don't know. I can't hear Baby Yoda without instantly going, it's not, that's why y'all better stop calling him that. You know what I mean? Woo! Somebody's name is really Mom Momerson. Here's hoping those titties hang low and they wobble to the flow. I had a friend once whose parents were designers from Chanel. He didn't understand the concept of not having enough money to buy both a soda and a bag of chips, and was bewildered that I had to pick one. Now that's some privilege I'm talking about. As we continue up to number 34 on this list. Semester? A semester at sea. It costs $25,000 plus to spend a semester learning about the oceans on a boat that sails from port to port. Boat doesn't sound good. If it was a ship, maybe I could handle that. But a boat? Boy, you would be dying to get off that motherfucker. Oh God. I swore. They also tell you no drugs or alcohol. One of my students didn't listen and brought aboard pot brownies. The staff found out 10 days in. They dropped her off at the first port, no credits, no refund. $25,000 down the drain because a pot brownie's down. How'd y'all know they were pot brownies? Did they smell? That's the real question. That's the real question. Allura says, pretty sure that a coroner is coming into my class today, so this should be interesting. What if he's the coroner that works on one of you because one of you doesn't have as much time left as you think you do? We could all die at any moment, guys. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to go to bed and not wake up, or maybe somebody's going to hit me with their car and then I don't make it in the hospital. It's not going to be a movie death for a lot of y'all. It's going to be an instant, aneurysm type. Oh, this tumor that I didn't know that I had. Oh, shit, I have cancer. All of a sudden, fucking heart attack. Typical. Oh, can't breathe. You're choking to death. Maybe choking on food. Maybe choking on something, something just goes over the pipe. It could happen to you. I'm sorry. Or that other thing that happens to people in schools in America. You know what I'm talking about? Number 33. Here's a Switch. Well, this isn't a Nintendo Switch, which I need, okay? Go get me that Switch. But it's a Switch from Subjects, I'm guessing. Or, whatever. Highly successful local doctor / politician expects his son to attend medical school and become a doctor. The son opts out and gets a job with a new company called Costco, pumping gas. He's been with that company ever since. Just his regular pay raises and bonuses checks? No, his regular pay raises and bonus checks give him a good life. He just didn't want the high stress life that his dad had. So he opted to pump gas. A subversion from the typical type of entry that you'd expect to find on this list. So, in we go. Number 32, Bing Bong. Damn, this entry is lengthy. I went to a very expensive private elementary school, and a friend of mine grew up very wealthy. Her father, a surgeon, and a mother, a stay-at-home wife. They were very controlling of her and, quite honestly, a little scary. They sheltered her to the extreme. Gnarly, bro. Sorry. And she frequently repeated insane things that they said verbatim, because that was all that she knew. If she was told to clean her room but left an item out upon her parents' inspection, they would throw the item out, no matter what it was. Once, it was something very sentimental to her. And when she told me, and I expressed sympathy, she said something like, oh no, it's okay, it's my fault. If I told my children to clean their rooms, and they didn't, and had their friends come over, and their friends would go home and tell their parents about how much of a slob my family was, and that can't happen. This was her concern at 10 years old. Ooh. When it came time for college, they sent her to an expensive, hard-to-get-into school and told her that her sole purpose was to find a husband. Oh my God. Whoa. She needed to find a husband to keep her as a stay-at-home wife. She flat out told me this was her only purpose, which broke my heart because she is smart and was able to get into said school to begin with, and her parents should have encouraged different goals for her. She found a boyfriend, but at the end of her 4 years of undergrad, he turned out to be a cheating, narcissistic douchebag. So instead of going straight to marriage, these parentheses out of control, baby! Damn! Y'all know that I got a fucking pet peeve. I'm very sorry to get alive in the middle of the day. This is like a morning time list, and I just woke up for this list. But here it is. 1 set of parentheses, motherfucker. 2 set of parentheses, bruh. 3 set of parentheses. Ayo. 4 set of parentheses, though? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Like, female. Oh my God. She suddenly had to become solely independent, find a job in an apartment, and she's doing well for herself. She's a totally different person now and has come a really long way. I'm glad to see one of them has changed for the better. Your mother, number 31, all right? Long-winded, full of parentheses. This is what I'm talking about. Some dudes want to, they want to chop off their dingle boppers and, live a life as a female. But all the hormones in the world can't make you naturally annoying the way that some of these girls can wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, okay, and just instantly be.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. If I had no arms, would you still talk to me?
Shut up. God. Number 31. One of my college roommates was very rich growing up. Very rich. Nice. I didn't realize just how rich until I had to explain to her what a coupon was in very extensive detail. Hey, if any rich people are listening to me right now and you don't know what a coupon is, go ahead and donate. Oh, snap. Damn, Allura. You went so fast I didn't even understand. Annihilate the parentheses. Oh my God.
Annihilate all parentheses.
It's funny. I'll bring you guys on a journey since we're talking about parentheses. Recently, sometimes on Reddit I just comment, oh shit, why not, right? Recently I was on a subreddit where somebody posted a video of a kid going the wrong way, when he got the ball in basketball. It's so loud. I'm sorry, God. I can't even adjust the volume because it's stupidly. Hold on. Is that picking up well? That's picking up well enough. Okay, so check it. Long story short, the kid starts going the wrong way, and then this dude comes, the coach comes and just knocks it out of there. So my comment was, people are gonna say the coach shouldn't have done that or whatever, right? But what a dumb little bastard, Maybe that's a bit excessive to call the little kid a dumb little bastard, but this is on a subreddit called Kids Are Fucking Stupid. Kyle likes to call that reading the room, okay? So, on the subreddit Kids Are Fucking Stupid, I leave a comment that says, people are going to say that the coach shouldn't have, but, why are you going the wrong way? How y'all practice for a game? How y'all playing a little sport ball game and then the kid don't understand which... we all get turned around. Everybody makes mistakes. You're a little kid. Maybe you're really stupid, as the subreddit implies, but figure it out, kid. Figure it out, kid. Maybe, as a coach, I like to think I just stay on one side of the court. And if I'm on this side, you shouldn't be scoring on this side. Something like that. Something like that. Just to help these kids along. So yes, I put coach in quotation marks because, I don't know, that could just be some dude. I don't want to just call him a coach just because he's there in a tie and a shirt, right? Here's where things get funny. Somebody in the comment section says, oh wait, what you mean shirt and tie equals coach? Get the fuck out of here. This isn't even the guy I was talking about. Somebody else said, why did you put the word coach in parentheses? This is why it reminded me of this, okay? And then if you go back to my post, bitch, what parentheses? Right? So somebody responds to him, quotation marks, bitch. And then somebody put parentheses in quotation marks. And then somebody put quotation marks in parentheses. Okay? That's the kind of chuckle-worthy bullshit that you'll find on Reddit. Isn't it like instead of getting a real joke, you just got a Seinfeld sketch? Did we really not finish the century? Oh, I remember I was saying if any rich people don't know what a coupon is, that they should donate to this channel. Or pay all of their friends to come subscribe to this channel, ironically. And then they'll be able to fool people into thinking that they're like them. I'm like everybody else. Is that what rich people want? To be able to pass as like a non-reptilian shapeshifter? We know your real secret. Ew, I'm gonna need a new mouse pad. This one's getting weird. Ew. Like something spilled on it? Like a sauce or something? What the fuck is this? Ugh. And I have like one of the long mouse pads. That's a nightmare. Number 31. One of my college roommates was very rich growing up, and I didn't realize just how rich until I had to explain to her what a coupon was in very extensive detail. Thank you, Alora. I love you, and I appreciate you. You're wonderful. Coroners. On multiple occasions, she bragged that she wasn't even interested in her major, which was philosophy. She wasn't interested in college in general, she'd go on to say, but she was at university because her parents were requiring her to get a degree. And to get a degree, any degree, she'd have to get access to the trust fund. Wow, nice. I don't remember even seeing her go to class. She eventually got expelled sophomore year over academic dishonesty. I guess this was the last straw for her parents because they cut her off pretty soon after. This actually served as a wake-up call. She somehow managed to get a public health degree at a different school in spite of the academic dishonesty listed in her transcript. She's doing pretty well for herself these days. We've kept in touch, and last we spoke, she was considering grad school. Good for her. Look at all the opportunities she has. A lot of people don't have those opportunities, bro. Number 30. In a country with high alcohol taxation, richer kids enter the pub, like 10 to 12 of them, throw card at a bartender, demanding shots. What would you like? Whatever, my dad is paying. The bartender pays or pours double JW Blues for all the brats and some randoms. The brat with the card had tears in his eyes when the tab came in. Dad's going to kill me. I did enjoy the free whiskey though. Free whiskey. Sorry, my nose is like bothering me. It's kind of crazy. Does somebody have a voodoo doll right now? You guys working the nose? Work some other part of the body, guys. Come on. You haters. You trolls. Number 29. Rich, scummy injury lawyer kid was in my class in high school. He goes to college and gets plastered drunk. That's 2 sets of parentheses already, motherfucker. You better watch it. The RA says that he has to write him up for alcohol in the dorms. The dude punches 2 RAs, then gets the cops called on him and knocks a cop's tooth out. Oh my God. It's one thing to assault a cop, but to injure the cop? Bitch, how did they not just find your body in the jail that they took you to? Cops can do whatever the hell they want once they get you behind them closed doors, baby. It's a nightmare house. The long story short was his parents had to drive back 6 to 7 hours after one day to get him, and he's not even allowed to leave the state until his hearing. Last I heard, he's working at a fast food establishment. Oh shit. Popeye's chicken. Popeye's chicken. Arturo says, hey Kyle, I'm going to a doctor's appointment today so they can play with my balls. Let's hope it's not cancer or AIDS. Why would it be AIDS, man? You better be careful with that kind of shit. You better be careful. What if the AIDS gets you? Ain't gonna be that funny then, huh? You squeeze your balls and go, you have AIDS. Oh, what? Don't you need to take blood? Nope, I'm a doctor. I know those things. AIDS. I felt them 6 times today. Didn't even wash these gloves, so it's a good thing you got AIDS, because if you didn't, then you probably have it now. Doctor, fuck you. That's a pretty good idea. That's enough of a good idea for... No, it's not. I mean, honestly, I've seen worse on YouTube. I don't know what to say. But if I make a cartoon, then Copo will come after me.
This is for kids. That cartoon where the doctor squeezes the man's balls and then says he has AIDS, that's a kid's cartoon. Pay us $42,000.
Y'all think I'm joking too. $42,000. If they decide that your video is for kids. Weird. Number 28. A guy from my robotics group had his entire life handed to him. His dad was stupid rich because his dad bought shares in an oil field and turned out to have 40 times the expected yield. Nice. He dumped that into real estate rentals. Smart. He decided that it would be fun to go on a school trip in Philly, acting rich as fuck. He drove his lifted modded SUV to a school that we were doing a robotics event at in North Philadelphia, talking to younger kids about how it's fun, and their school has started offering it. Then where we're going to the Franklin Institute from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then a Phantoms hockey game. 9:30 rolls around and we leave the school to see our bus driver talking to the cops. 5 kids drove themselves down. Guess which car was stolen? His $90,000 monstrosity was missing, and after 2 months, all that was ever recovered was his stereo from a pawn shop and his laptop. The best fucking part, he didn't have insurance on it. Yet because he can just buy the other person's car if there's an accident anyway, I'd win the fight. His dad flipped and cut his allowance to $200 a month and forced him to drive a beater until he saved up with his own money. You know, I don't know what to say. Is this list going to make us upset as we go up? Maybe 35 was too much, and I've barely made it to number 28. I could be reading this for the rest of the day if I don't speed it up. Number 27. I'm trying to be a better man and not take delight in anyone's misfortune, but the Schadenfreude rich kid in my high school totaled his pickup truck. Right? Got pissed when his parents wouldn't replace it, so purposely crashed his twin brother's pickup truck, because if he didn't have one, neither could the brother. This is what we call a psychopath. Y'all should stop talking to people like this, homie. You jump into your brother's car and crash their car because you don't have a vehicle? You're a psychopath. Look, not to mention all the legal stuff that I'm sure was fallout from that. Anyway, the kid disappears. I assume he went to jail or some equivalent. Found out recently that no, he didn't go to jail. His parents literally disowned him. Fucking, like, can I, where are the claps for me? I'm clapping right now. They got paperwork and everything and sent him on his way to fend for himself. I have no idea how his life turns out. Who cares? Fuck him. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. You crash your own vehicle, that is okay, my dude. Shit happens, my dude. But when you decide, when you premeditate some horse-schwoggle out of jealousy to jump in somebody else's vehicle and then crash theirs because if you can't have it, then they can. Oh my God, are you a woman? I went there. I'm kidding. Look how wonderful Dia is. See, Dia's helping me right now. You guys want to know? You guys want to know what Dia's doing for me? She deserves the props. Dia right now is this even capturing the window? No. Dia right now is rolling up and down the street, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice. No, she's getting eggs and putting them into the boxes for me so that later I can just put 5 eggs on at a time and then hatch them to see if I got shiny Pokemon, and then naturally I won't. How fun is that? As we continue up this list that I'm nowhere near finished with, number 26 arrives. I knew one who apparently couldn't fathom how people live on a budget. We used to hang out a lot at her insistence, but she liked to eat at expensive places, whereas I had no issue having my meals somewhere cheaper. She kept pouting and insisting that I stay. I said I couldn't unless she wanted to spot me, and she didn't. I then walked her through the math and showed her the cost of my meals with her. Every day totaled my entire wage for the month. She didn't stop pouting, but from then on I could eat by myself in peace. What a bitch. What an illogical slut hoe. Cunt. Number 25. I knew a kid in high school whose parents were loaded.
Where are all these people in my life that want to help me
Further my endeavors. Help me on my ventures. When he got his driver's license, they bought him a $70,000 Mercedes. Wow. Within a month or two, he totaled the car while driving drunk. Nice. The parents pulled strings to get him out of the full weight of a DUI. Amazing. And they bought him another $70,000 Mercedes. Imagine spending close to $200,000 on your kid in under like 4 months. I know different sorts of money is disposable to different calibers of people as far as they're concerned, as far as their paychecks are concerned, or, you know, maybe even what they got in the bank. But you've got a dumb shit of a kid. Yeah, break the bank to keep him out of trouble, but reward him for driving drunk with another car? He overdosed on a shitload of drugs and booze when he was 23, and he's dead now. Good riddance. Fuck him. Well, you don't hear takes like that out of people on the internet because everybody's trying to be too nice in 2019? Fuck this kid. Fuck this kid. And I hope his parents are boo-hooing all the way to the bank. I hope they crying. I don't give a shit that the parents are rich. I give the shit that the parents are stupid, okay? Because if you have a kid and he asks you for a knife and you give him that knife and he goes out and he stabs somebody and then he comes back to you and you give him another knife, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You don't reward shit behavior. You have one job as a parent, and it's to discipline your fucking kids. And if not discipline them, at least make them aware of what is right and what is wrong. And if you can't do that, then hey, maybe your kid's done. Maybe your kid's gone. The end.
Maybe your kid is gone.
Your kid's gone, bro. I'm sorry. I also squeezed his balls. He had AIDS anyway. Okay? You like that? That's a nice callback joke? Is that the kind of weird callback joke that you guys expect? I didn't even do that. You guys did that. You know what I mean? Arturo came at me, and now we've got a joke for the ages. Should I put that into the tabs? Let's see. I'll put that into the tabs. Move that over here. Let's see. Ball. Oh no. All right. Squeeze testes, and then I'll put like a ball AIDS. Nice. Squeeze testes, ball AIDS. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, number 24. You know, stop normalizing people getting behind the wheel when they've drink, you know? Because 9 times out of 10, if everybody doesn't die, the person who dies is not the person who was drinking. It was the person who, you know, was just driving, minding their own business. That shit is not cool. You could easily have Ubered in today's day and age. If your parents can afford a $70,000 Mercedes for you twice, then you can afford to just like, even if you put it on their bullshit, have somebody pick your ass up. Number 24. For a couple of years in high school, I was going to this super expensive American private school in Switzerland. The company that my dad worked for paid for almost all the tuition, so it was amazing as an opportunity for me. Most of the kids in the school were either State Department or from American families living in Saudi. There were, however, a few Saudi kids that were there, mostly so that they would be able to speak flawless English to help them with their future careers. One of these kids, who I will call the Prince, was somewhere in the line of Saudi succession. But honestly, he was like 1,455th in line to the throne. Not a real contender for king, but his family was rich. Like, rich in the way that most of us can't even imagine. The school had some rules, like you couldn't have a car as a student, even if you were old enough to get a license in Switzerland. This rule was a real buzzkill for the prince, but he made it through the year, somehow. Over the summer, after his junior year, he drove back to the school from Geneva in his Lambo, probably just because he could do it outside the school year. On his way up the mountain, he managed to flip his Lambo into a vineyard while trying to navigate one of those hairpin turns. I'm guessing a Lambo has a lot of power, and he took it too hard. His parents, furious at what he had done, decided to punish him by replacing his Lamborghini with a Porsche. The prince was so angry, he complained about it bitterly when the school year started up again. The rest of us kind of just looked at each other in amazement. Same planet, different worlds, I guess. My Porsche. My Porsche. Guys, 30 likes. Give me 30 likes. Click that like button. I believe in you. Okay. Can't believe I'm doing so many of these today. I feel like it's me making up for last night, though I wasn't here for you last night. And I apologize. That's why I'm going to continue. You know, it's one of them glow-in-the-dark niggas in the stream. He says, "Hey, Kyle, you're so goofy in these streams." That's why I love listening to them. Check out this dude with A's in his balls coming in here. I'm just curious to know if you've ever done one of these lists high on marijuana. Of course not, FBI. You know, it is not legal where I live, FBI. So why would I do something that's not legal? If I end up somewhere that allows for that thing to be legal, then I will engage in that kind of activity. But otherwise, I am above the board. You know, I do not navigate these streams while drinking either. Don't drink and stream, I always say. Dia does it though. Dia lives life on the edge. Mr. E Gamer says, "Kyle, reading this makes me go, oh goodness, and I thought I had it easy. How easy do you have it, Mr. E Gamer? Are you a butterfly in the sky? Challenging people to go twice as high? Well, take a look. It's in my book. Reading Rain, Kyle, number 33, -10. Local rich kid had this SUV parked in a no parking area at a club. The tow truck shows up to tow the truck away, and this kid goes ballistic.
Do you know who my father is?
To the driver. After a minute or two of this, the passenger gets out of the tow truck, is a full patch Hell's Angel. The biker politely tells him it doesn't matter who he thinks his family is. The SUV is going to be towed away. Huh. People give a shit about biker gangs still these days. I didn't know. I guess we're learning things. Clap, 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 we're learning. Clap, 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 we're learning. Wonder if I should make a bunch of eggs today. What is there out there? I know there's like chicken. I could defrost chicken. I could make some curry and pretend I understand how to make gravy with that. Let's talk about my curry, guys. I make really good curry chicken, but I never make it with enough gravy. And it's not my fault, because if I overspice it, we'll have problems. But then by the end, the curry is like too runny, so I have to cook it down. And I don't like cornstarch or flour. So what I do is I evaporate the excess until the sauce is thicker, which always leaves me with like a reasonable amount of sauce. But I want so much sauce. Give me the sauce. Whatever. I really do hope you guys are having a wonderful day that only gets better as we continue. Number 22. A kid I knew won a cool $1 million off of a scratch ticket when he was 19. This list is just making us jealous now, isn't it? He acted like a big shot, arrogantly buying pounds of drinks for entire bars, didn't do shit for 20 years, then got the last check. Alcoholic, no savings, no assets, no skills. He's now in one of the hospitals for alcohol poisoning and mental breakdowns. He lost his paper hat job, his girlfriend. He lost everything. Okay. This list is literally making me sick. I don't know if you guys heard any of those bodily noises where it was like, dude, I've said it before. If any of you get any money, make sure the first thing that you do is invest in something that the money will come back to you with, okay? I'm not talking about gambling. I'm not talking about stocks or something like that. I'm talking about, whether it's like getting property and finding even an agent to get somebody in there that is reliable enough to where they will consistently give you money just to stay there. Something like that, And that's just like really, that's about as legal as something I can suggest on a YouTube stream. But there's plenty of ways to make some money back over time. Okay? I don't even know what to tell you. Have a billboard built or some shit like that. And then charge people to use your fucking billboard. Whatever it takes to make it so that money will always be coming. Doesn't matter if it's a small amount of money. Make your money make money back for you. It's as simple as that. So aside from that, if any of y'all could say that y'all want any crazy amount of money right now, what you mean you out on a town and you out at a bar and gifting everybody and bullshit like this? You got a couple friends, discreetly take them out. You have family that you're in love with so much you want to spend your money on them, discreetly take them out, okay? Otherwise, get yourself in the fucking house and stay the hell away from people. People are nuts. And if they find out you're that dude, oh no. I would say that's the biggest thing that I could suggest. If you win the lottery, try to keep everything as hush-hush as possible. People are nuts. And you're suddenly going to become very popular. People you haven't heard from in forever are going to start getting a hold of you. People whose text messages, they would never, they never respond to your messages. The roles are going to be reversed. You message them. No. They message you. Okay. Maybe they're going to call you. Suddenly they just want to talk to you. Wow. What's going on with you? Ugh. Oh, God. Number 21. I went to a very rich, predominantly white Catholic school. One moment I remember was the wind absolutely being taken out of this girl's sails when I explained to her why our school dominated the area's skiing, golfing, and equestrian competitions, but not anything else. For a lot of kids in that school, the moment they learned that they were rich was the moment they learned that the most of the girls don't have their own horses growing up. That's so funny. That's so funny. Why do you think we are so good at skiing, golfing, and horse shit? It's because y'all have that. What?
What? I don't understand. So they weren't riding horses?
What? Mr. E Gamer says, Kyle reading his "Make Me Oh Goodness I," and I thought I had it easy. Wow, I read that already. Man, I'm losing touch. Silverfish Stick says, if anything, your own family are the most dangerous people to be around if you win the lottery. Oh yeah, specifically because I like to think a normal person, as a stranger, is acquainted with logic enough to know that because they don't know you and they've never known you and you've never shared anything, that, they are not entitled to any of that money. But your family will convince themselves that they are entitled to that money because suddenly some random thing that they did for you is enough for them to be able to tax you now, But what about that gummy bear I gave you? You're just not gonna help me in my time of need. I have a baby. We're on hard times. My rent. I have a baby. The gummy bear. I just went to the doctor. I have testicles in my balls. Testicles in your balls. Testicles in your balls. Hashtag number 20. Freshman year of college, the guy across the hall from me is a spoiled rich kid from a big southern city. Old money cleared up and was clearly coming out the ass. A couple of weeks into the second semester, he and a buddy found a checkbook on the sidewalk. Stupid fuckers decided to write themselves a check and cash it in the bank. The teller immediately called the cops. They both get arrested. We talked the night he got arrested, and he laughed and said his dad would take care of it and everything would be fine. The weekend we met his dad as they moved everything out of the dorm since his dumbass got expelled. I guess daddy didn't take care of it. Pretty funny. As long as he learned a lesson. Linda says, not gonna lie, none of my family will ever know if I win the lotto. I'll just disappear one day, never to be seen or heard from again. Damn, Linda. But, you know, some people spend their whole life like bending people over and robbing them. And then when they get that same treatment, they lose their mind. Sorry, this hoe named Ashton Williams on the development team for Modern Warfare is tweeting about how she's posting a patch for Modern Warfare. I should really have been leveling up some guns in that game before they patched all the gangsterness out of it. Long story short, I was just leaving a comment making her aware that she needs to make a new Reddit post on Reddit, because what they've been doing is editing old posts whenever there's a patch, and you don't do that because Reddit's not situated where all of the best comments float to the top. It's just like can you imagine? Like, I don't even know how to explain that to somebody who doesn't get it. You don't edit old posts, dude. You make a new one. But, you know, when you're a lady, you don't understand how the internet works. Dia does this thing with her eyes, and it's so fun. It's because it's not like a classic eye roll. It's almost like, I don't know, there's like stuff. How do you do that? Or like, why do you do it? Oh, you poor girl. Well, get up and don't do this anymore. She's so sweet. She's still at this hardcore egg capturing endeavor. I wonder what I could get done with like 4 Dias around here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, one could be making me a sandwich. Not a real sandwich. That's too rude. Like, female. Somebody's gonna take that derogatory. How about like a gummy bear sandwich? And then they'd be entitled to the millions if I ever win the lottery. Very weird callback joke, but there it is. So we continue up to number 19. When I was a teenager, my sister and I saw through our windows that there were 2 guys getting into her car. We ran downstairs as fast as we could and caught them in the act. One managed to run away, but the other one froze and did not run. He couldn't have been much older than me. My sister called the cops, and the kid kept looking at us and trying to find a way to escape. My sister said, "Run if you want. My brother will catch you." The cops came, and so did his parents. His mom drove a fucking amazing car, and the lady looked furious and sad. She was dressed really nice and looked like she was pretty successful. As soon as she got out, she began yelling, "Why? We give you everything. You have everything. Why would you try to steal? Don't we give you enough?" The kid just seemed to shrink and get smaller. I don't get it. Fucking asshole. I hope he turned his life around and began to be around better people. But where's my car? Okay. Where is my car? See, this is why I can never be a successful YouTuber. And again, I don't want to be. And I've taken, oh God, you know, you guys know the lengths I've gone to keep this channel nice and whitelisted, dude. But if I ever had too many subs, dude, it'd be every week it'd be like, where is my car? Hello? And some guy would be like, look, man, I'm going to lose the house. I'm going to lose my wife. but I love your content, man. I'm gonna give you this car. And I'd say, whoa, 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 you're gonna lose your wife and your home? Man, I'm really gonna appreciate this car, buddy. Thanks. Right, Dia? Dia's nodding. Oh my God, was that a gross Kyle noise? I'm sorry, I'm like just waking up. This is bad. I shouldn't do this kind of stuff when I wake up in the morning, but here we go. There you go. There it is. You know, Stripes used to have this, adorable, cute idea for like bingo games while the stream's going on. But I don't think I do enough weird things anymore for you guys to effectively play bingo while I stream. Aww. See? Those streams used to be wild back then, man. I'd be clicking all kinds of dolphin noises and... Oh, man. Just a nightmare. I'm glad. Those streams, I feel, have solidified this as an unwatchable channel. We would take the high school students camping 1 week out of the year. Many of these kids are not used to camping at all and have never been taken on public transport. They have full-time drivers bring them to school and then pick them up. Some of them are from very wealthy and politically connected families, having to set up tents and get dirty, not be able to shower every day, and sleep on hard ground is new to them. Some of them actually love it, but others are sad, pathetic wretches the entire week. Why aren't we full-time drivers, dude? Why don't we become drivers for like rich bitches? Yes, Mr. Belvedere. Mr. Belvedere. Stripe says, Kyle, do you want my wife? I don't really want your wife. I guess I want what your wife can do for me, What can your wife do? Can she cook? Can she wash, Hand wash stuff? What's up? What does your wife do, Raphael says, please tell us how to be popular on YouTube. Just sell out, dude. You want to be popular on YouTube? Be like every other candy-ass fuckboy that I make fun of, dude. It's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. What is up, guys? It's your boy coming at you with another YouTube video. Be consistent. Talk about irrelevant shit. Literally open up Google one day, open up a trending page, open up a fucking Reddit, rising thing. Make a video about it, Be on top of what's going on Twitter. Steal somebody on Twitter's thoughts and then repackage them like they're yours. Just rephrase that. Use synonyms. And people will think you've got like the hottest take on some shit. You can put a camera on you, and if you don't want to do that, you can get like a shitty Sona. You know what I mean? What do I even say? Cartoon character. That's what I type in cartoon character. If you don't want to have it be you can have Daffy Duck be your Sona for YouTube videos. And if you want to make him like, distinct, you can put some shades on that motherfucker. Put some shades on Daffy Duck and like a weird jacket, like a blazer. And then that is your Sona. And you're like, hey guys, I'm seeing a lot of things in the news. And then you just rant, Why should they be able to use the same bathroom? And now he's been caught with his pants down. And is it indecent exposure? Here's my hot take. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell for more notifications, It's not as hard as you think. Listen, YouTube's dying though, so you should just like wait it out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. See, you got the wrong idea. If you're getting into YouTube thinking you're going to be rich, you fucked up. You fucked up. It should just be an amusing little hobby for you initially. You shouldn't be getting in it expecting to make bank, because that monetization's not going to come immediately. Oh no. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 17. Good Lord. A kid from my high school came from a very well-known family that was very involved in politics. He slacked off in school and was mostly a condescending ass for years. After graduation, he didn't really do anything, but eventually decided to run for office as he had the same name as his father. He won easily because the people didn't realize it was the kid. As a state representative, he posted on Facebook about enjoying his woman battered rather than plain. He enjoyed his woman battered rather than plain? What does that mean? He asked to join the Black Caucus because he liked hip-hop. He also dropped a loaded gun on the floor in the middle of a session after fighting for the right to carry a gun in the State House as a responsible gun owner. He kept getting elected despite these issues because his family was well connected and he had a dedicated following from political groups. After 6 years in office, he gets busted for soliciting sex from a minor over the internet. Oh my God. When they arrest him for that, they also discover he's been dealing drugs. The worst part is that his family is actually nice and genuinely made the community a better place. Bruh, what you mean? You selling drugs, you carrying guns? If all of this shit was done by any normal person that wasn't a politician, they'd be in jail 50 times over. And if they were black, they'd be dead. Because that's the way that politics works. That's the way that the law works in your country. In America, this is how it works. Things aren't equal. You know what I mean? A man runs out into the street right now and says, "Oh my God, I've been sexually abused." Everyone laughs and no one cares. A woman runs out into the street and yells that, "Oh my God, I've been sexually abused." She's got crowds. She's got retweets. She's got reblogs. People need to lose their jobs whether or not we can prove that they did what they did. America. America. What? You know? I guess we're supposed to deal with that? I don't know. What do we say? I guess we're supposed to deal with that. I wonder. Number 16. Middle school. A classmate is on the phone, screaming at her stepdad. "Patrick, I need $500. I need to buy new jeans." She did not get the $500, but she did later get to be a teen mom. So that was cool. Nice. Well, when you're stupid, you're stupid. Stripe said, "We live in a society." I mean, yeah. When are these women going to give us what we deserve? Jordy, no. No, Jordy. No. As we continue up the list, this is the length of a normal list for me from right here. So number 15, at a Starbucks, she thought apparently people gave her parents free drinks and such for all these years. The cashier told her the total and she said, "Wait, I don't get it for free?" She never realized her parents swiping their cards all those years was paying for things. Wow. I mean, okay. Number 14. While working in a casino in Las Vegas, a herd of girls come to my window. Come to my window. One proceeded to tell me about her great birthday party itinerary. Her daddy had paid for it all. It was for her 18th birthday. No adults in the party, just a bunch of hot, teenaged girls. Oh, yeah. In Vegas. None of them could do anything because none of them were 21. I couldn't even check them into their reservation. They started yelling and screaming at me, and I calmly call security, and security tells them that they can either go play in the arcade, oh, like the babies you are, or leave and try to find a hotel off the strip that will take them in without being 21. The anger turns to tears. The security guard is unmoved. Oh, where is your daddy now, bitch? Oh, what if the dad knew? What if the dad knew? He's ruining a bunch of other girls' nights. Stripe says Lisa Frank is trending, and it's because of K-pop. At least she's not dead. Who the fuck is Lisa Frank? And I don't want to hear anything about K-pop. K-pop is genuinely turning Twitter into like an abortion of a site. It sucks. Twitter sucks because of K-pop. And if you don't have filters for K-pop, that would be the real video. Well, you want to know how to make something amazing on YouTube? Be the first guy to make a tutorial of something that everybody needs. And the first guy who ever made a video saying, here's how to get rid of K-pop on Twitter, he probably got all the money. He probably got all the money. Number 13. No joke here. Back in high school in the 90s, this kid got a brand new Chevy Camaro. I had an old ass 80s Pontiac Phoenix that had the straight six. I don't know what that is, dude. Can you not? It was by far not a racing car, but this tool was just looking to brag, and he got compared to busted cars. About 2 days later, while we were waiting at a stoplight, this idiot tries to race us. And I'm in my car, and What in the bingle brops? Does anybody hear that? Oh my god. What's causing that? What's happening? This is Kyle. Am I audible? Am I perhaps too audible? We can only go. Who knows what that was? But a good old plug out and plug in. Set it back to where it needed to be. So this dude pulls up with his friends. Decides he's gonna race me. He starts by revving it really loud and tries to do a burnout. Mind you, the light was red and the roads were not wet. So, he managed to get a tiny burnout going, some smoke and whatnot. When his friend's tire did catch traction, he went barreling into the intersection and smashed the car of the wife of one of the very few cops in our small city. Needless to say, that didn't work out too well for him. Well, damn, baby. You're running into a cop's wife? Cop already has a mistress to worry about. You running into his wife? Cop already has like teen girls that he's pulling over to worry about. And you running into his wife? Cop's wife? Hot teen girls for the cop? And he's gotta interrupt that? Number 12. One of my college roommates told his parents the trip we were planning was $400 more expensive than it was, just so he could buy a really nice bong. In addition, they basically paid for everything that he wanted. He had their credit card and ordered food on it at least once daily. He also would make $50 purchases off the card pretty regularly. Long story short, they found out that he lied about the cost of the trip. For whatever reason, they still paid and let him go. But after the trip, he could not use their card anymore. This dude acted like he lived the hardest life of all time afterwards, but eventually he sucked it up. He actually acts way less entitled now. It ended up having a lasting positive effect for him. Yeah, what a fart knocker. Sucking my balls. Number 11. Probably on the BBC yesterday when Prince Andrew got the shit kicked out of him for an hour about his association with Epstein. Well, I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know anything about Prince Andrew. I saw something about somebody talking about how, like, bing bonging minors isn't a big deal or something like that, or it shouldn't be illegal. I saw something like that yesterday. That shit was wild. Somebody got up on whatever, they were like a political figure, and we're like, listen, it's not that big a deal. And I was like, oh shit. Wow. Number 10, my best moment was when I got hired by a pair of Woodside, California parents to transition their horrible 18-year-old into the realities of real life. You can hire a person to do that? You can hire a person to do the job of a parent? Amazing. Well, my first action was to take away his platinum limitless credit cards. Oh my God. He threw a tantrum that lasted several days. Where am I going to get money? Get a job. My parents will fire you. They didn't. When he realized that boundaries and budgets had been set in stone, and that he not only had to pay bills, the rent, but taxes too, he headed straight to college to wait out the next 4 years. He is still a little jerk, but at least he has a job and an education now. Son of a bitch. Number 9, I knew a guy in high school who bragged that he didn't have to pay attention in school because his grandfather was vice president of the corporation that supplied the cardboard for cereals like General Mills. What a gravy train. Last I checked, he was still working at Best Buy 5 years after high school. Same job he had in high school. Best Buy's got benefits, boy. Best Buy will hit your ass with health. So that's the one job y'all can't really fuck around with, man. Best Buy. Sorry. Best Buy will hit your ass with benefits. And it's not like, crazy money, but it'll get you through. It'll help you make it. And that's all anybody's trying to do is make it, baby. Number 8. I had a roommate my freshman year of college that came from an incredibly rich oil family from the Middle East. I remember time adjusting to not having someone else prepare him food. Aw. I remember waking up one morning and going to the kitchen and seeing him try to eat eggs and toast that he had just prepared himself. He asked me how I normally prepared fried eggs because his tasted really crunchy. Turns out he had just cracked eggs whole into the pan and prepared it with the shell and all. I couldn't stop laughing, but I felt really bad for the dude. How you feel bad for these motherfuckers? Feel bad for this slap in the face. At least he tried? Okay, at least he cried. Into his eggs that he ate with the shell in it. Stupid. What's it like to be fucking dumb? You're a stupid bitch tonight. Okay, how can you be so mean? He doesn't know any better. Here's the thing. If you are rich and you have a kid and they're spoiled and they're wealthy, does it give them the excuse to be stupid? I'm not sure. Maybe as a parent, you're an asshole if you don't equip your kids to understand one thing. You know why kids know one thing? Here's the one thing kids should know. If you don't know it, fucking Google it. YouTube that shit, bitch. There's a tutorial for that shit. You know why a kid should know that? Because parents are constantly asking kids shit that they don't fucking know. But then they expected to figure out how to know it and how to do it and shit like that. And the only way that we can figure out how to do this shit that we not supposed to know because you don't know it is to Google that shit. We've had to look up shit to figure out how to do it that you didn't know. And that's why a child should know to YouTube something that they don't understand. So you need to make eggs and you've never made eggs before. You just wing it. Is your phone not charged, buddy? You know what I mean? Fuck you. That shit ain't cute. That shit ain't funny. It ain't no at least he tried. He didn't have a brain to work smart instead of hard. And that's not alright with me. I'm not here to be judgmental or critical. But it's as simple as that. You don't know how to do something, you'd look up somebody else doing it. You'd look up enough other people doing it, and if there's similarities between them doing it, you'd go, okay, that's probably the way that's supposed to be done. But I've never heard of eggs in my life. What are these eggs? What are potatoes, bruh? I'd look it up, but I don't assume anyone's ever heard of them either. You know? Eggs. He's really trying, yeah. Fuck off. Number 7. Administration and faculty at a university refused a substantial offer of endowment money from a couple that wanted their son enrolled at the art major. Why? He's an art major and you wouldn't let him in? Their son couldn't meet the minimum scholastic entrance requirements, and he had little aptitude for art. So who does meet, standards? Just keep upping the money until you let him in. Deferk. Still, with their millions, he thought money would buy his way into an easy degree as an art major. It will, I guess, at the right establishment, but maybe not this one. He was dumbfounded to receive a notice of non-admittance. Oh boy. You're a good man, Kyle. Why do I read that like the Charlie Brown? Somebody needs to make an animated little short called "You're a Good Man, Kyle." True Silver says preparing a greenhouse seed starter kit for some orange, pear, and apple seeds. Nasty. I always like to think about your comments. I know you intend it with a comma because you're addressing somebody. Apple seeds nasty. Oh yeah. I'm apple seeds nasty. I used to be Johnny Appleseed, but now I'm a porn star. Oh snap. Apple seeds nasty in the house. Number 6. Classmate in college failed a course. He partied for a year with daddy's money, never studied. Thing is, inheriting his father's construction company depended on him manning up and passing the class. All he had to do was learn the basics of mechanical diagnostic and repair and be set for life. This entry does not provide closure. I guess we'll never know whether this was something he achieved or not. I shouldn't have done 35. If I only did 30, I'd be done by now. I'm losing it. I am losing it. We've been here for an hour. I'm not supposed to do this to you. I should be shortening the length of these to like 40 minutes so that we can maintain the explosive Kyle. What would you call my energy, Dia? A normal person wouldn't have understood what the hell she just said, but she just said yeem, and I suppose I understand that. Number 5. One Instagram model got caught on video talking shit to a security guard at VidCon. Not only did the guard stand his ground and not let him in, but once the internet saw the video, the guard ended up with more followers than the kid did. Yeah, that's funny. Fuck that loser. Fuck that loser, baby. Linda says, but Kyle, we like long, girthy lists. People used to like me. Baby, when they used to love me, they did anything I want them to. But I'm tired of living this life, trying harder to justify. I realize that they just don't love me. Not like they used to. Oh, they used to love me. Used to love me. Oh. I wish Ria were here to get really upset by any of that. Number 4. A rich guy in our college dorm thought that he was untouchable because his dad was some NFL player from the 90s and had not blown all his money yet. He would get freshman girls blackout drunk, film himself banging them, and then show all of his buddies the next day. One buddy was not as close as he thought and went to the RA, who then went to campus police, and they went to the real police. It was a fun night watching the parking lot fill up with bored cops on duty and haul his ass out of the dorms while they went and gathered his evidence. Ooh. If you're going to record it, you know what I mean? If you're going to record it and you can't prove that this isn't your longtime girlfriend to imply that it's consensual, you better have these random hoes look right into the camera and go,
I consent to this. Please fill my holes, all of them. Do whatever you want, even when I'm asleep.
and then, then you're good. Do I need a puppet to like nod to the things I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you. Correct. Very good. Number 3. My God. She said it, officer. Look, a somewhat distant relative spent all of his university years and 20s partying hard with the $100,000 to $120,000 allowance that his rich company-owning father gave him every year. When am I going to get $100,000 to $20,000 allowance from my rich company-owning father? He traveled the world, each year going to Bali, Thailand, Europe, and then go to Oktoberfest. At 32 or so, he decided to settle an upscale ski resort area of the U.S. and open a business with his hot gold digger fiance. When he went to transfer his money to the U.S. bank account, he noticed that it only came up to a few $1,000s. He angrily asked the bank worker why she hadn't transferred the entire amount, only to be told that this was the entire amount. His father had cut him off without saying anything, and he just hadn't noticed. What an absolute flatline. Legendary, mate. Somebody says, and then? I need more. Sometimes you don't get more. But knowing that he got cut off, that's good. Maybe he did something. Number 2. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We're making it, guys. I knew this rich kid from high school that went off to college and partied every single night. His parents found out that he was failing basically all of his classes. So they secretly drove up early one Saturday morning with the spare set of keys to the car, and they drove off with the car. I hope they called him and was like, look, we took that car back since you failing pussy. You suck. So that he didn't be all like, oh, my car got stolen. Please, please, please. Ridiculous. Number 1, I grew up with a rich kid, and still keep in touch with a few of them. One guy's father owned the most prestigious law firm in town. He said his life changed the moment that he called his father from jail. The second time it happened, his father said, well, sorry to hear that you got arrested. Good luck. And then hung up. He said getting locked back into his cell was the singular moment that completely turned his life around. I'm sorry about these noises. I don't know what to do with myself. I need to wake up properly is what I need to do. I hope this list was enlightening in some kind of capacity. Did you guys know that it's International Men's Day? Shit, should I even read this? No, it doesn't matter because people are being asked how they are. That's dumb. This dude says, I fell down the stairs. Why are they so narrow? What? Just celebrating being an international man. Manly thanks. Somebody had to do it. Oh, God. Manly thanks. Rough morning. Thank you for asking. I have a teenage daughter who lives with her mom 2 towns away from me, who also never wants to wake up for school. Her mom doesn't wake up till an hour after school has already started, and at that point has to rush off to work every morning. So if our daughter oversleeps, her mom won't drive her in, leading to 11 missed days already in the first quarter of school. So I am now tasked, because there is no other option, with waking up at 6:15 every morning, driving across town, picking up our daughter for school, and then driving back across town again, dropping her off by 7:30, then rushing back the other way to work by 8:30 a.m., which is all part of parenting, I guess. Just wish I could either get custody or convince her mom to be a mom. You'll never get custody, you're a man. Happy International Man Day. Don't fuck a crazy bitch and have a kid with a crazy bitch. Don't do it. One more time. Don't fuck a crazy bitch and have a kid with a crazy bitch. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it tonight. Okay. Are we done here? I think we're done here. Dia has spent an entire explosive, what they call it, an explosive stream. Thank you, Dia. So cute. She has spent an entire explosive stream gathering eggs for me. So when I do come back to Pokemon, I'll have nothing but boxes upon boxes of eggs. Oh, yes. Oh, they're delicious. Alright, enough. I'm sorry. And one of them has to be shiny, dude. One of them has to be shiny. Join me on this adventure of opening shiny eggs. Yeah. Hey guys. Do you play Pokemon whatever game this is? I forget the name of it. You know? You and me. You and me can whatever, right? What's my card code? How does that work? Do I just splash that up on the screen or something? I have to be connected to the internet? Share my card? What do you mean sharing my? What the fuck? All right, look. I guess I just have to give you my card is now shared. Ooh. You can give out your cards by sharing your card code. It's Kyle's card code. Okay, that's that. Okay, you guys got it. You're welcome. Pretty gay. Alright guys, I love you, and you'll see me soon. And I hope you had a fantastic day. Let this list hit the spot. I want to thank all of you for being here, but specifically, I want to thank my hot patrons. Okay? You guys really know what's up. And I want to thank Rusty Shackelford specifically because his name is apparently not on the sponsors, but he needs to be there. So I'll put him on there. And I'll probably have to space out all of these names on these sponsors better anyway. Pretty ridiculous. Love you. Talk to you guys soon. Stay out of trouble. I'll be back with some egg hatching soon. Bye.